But yeah, I really wonder what they'll do to like Mishimas in the future, you know? Because I feel like they're super strong as they are, you know? Like, what more could they do to them?
I'm just that's why I kind of liked what we did to Devil Jin, because a lot of people have asked me on stream before season 3, how would you buff Devil Jin because you think he's so bad, and I'm like, I kind of like where he is right now identity wise, and I wish more characters were on his level, but I think we did the right things. That like, I like dumb stuff like upward 3 shit mid that's plus on block, but if it hits I have a perfect electric attempt. I like stuff like that. Like, it's not strong, but it's fun as fuck. And then they give him slightly more damage on the hell sweeps. It's like, in my opinion, you ruin him. If, a lot of people are like, oh, I want Tekken 7 Devil Jin back. I want that 13 frame down for 1 that's like good on block and has a safe mid follow-up. And in my opinion, that was always boring. Because when you look at Tekken 7, Jin and Devil Jin, it's like, they both have a launching 50-50. Devil Jin launching hell sweep, Jin launching hell sweep, Jin launching mid, Devil Jin launching mid. I don't like that. I like this. That's like Jin's hell sweep, 30 damage knockdown. Devil Jin's hell sweep, huge combo. In heat, like, 70 damage on a wall. It's like, it just gives more distinction between the characters. And like, in Tekken 7, they both have strong poking. They both have, like, Devil Jin has a way better jab in 7 than he does in 8, and his down for 1 series is much better. And in Tekken 8, it's like the opposite. Like, Devil Jin has a shit jab, shit down for 1, and Jin has the strong jab. Jin has the strong down for 1. And in my opinion, it's like, that separates them. Devil Jin should be the opposite of Jin. So I like what we're doing with the characters. It's just that you, as a Mishima player, you want to see less like stupid stuff. Like the mix situations like Heihachi creates, or Jin used to create, when he pops heat at the wall and you live under the threat of a gun, right? He's holding a Glock to your fucking face because he can heat smash at any time. So you just block, and then he chips you down instead with like fly kicks and stuff. And the less we have of that, in my opinion, the better. But identity-wise, I kind of like them right now.
Yeah, I agree, definitely. I like that there's a different way that you can play each character as well, especially like Reina, for instance, Kazuya as well. You can just literally snowball people, like hell sweep, or like just play like upper punishment. Same with Heihachi as well. I like you can play a variety of different playstyles, and that's something that always makes it more fun as well when you play characters like Mishimas, that are definitely high execution. Yeah, I do agree, like there needs to be more situations where the cool little nuances that we used to have, like with the perfect electric and stuff like that. I wish they kind of dived more into that, the legacy side of things. But I'm sure season 4 will be going back to neutral and back to legacy and stuff, so I'm really excited for that.
You're such an optimist at heart, JoKa.
I mean, we have to be, what is life without optimism and hope,
No, I agree. I'm also an optimist. But yeah, it's exactly as you said, then, like I tried to say with Elgin upward 3, the devs can go more like what is fun rather than what is like, super strong on paper. And But I guess that's Tekken 8 in general. Like it's like a power fantasy. Like, we want you to feel super strong. You pop heat and you're overwhelming, but you need to stop and think, like, what is it like trying to defend against this? Like the opposite perspective. It's a bit like people always say, like, oh, Tekken 8 is so easy. It holds your hand, easiest Tekken ever, because all you do is pop heat and mash. But I always go like, but your opponent can also pop heat and mash. Like, you could just reverse that argument. It's like, to me, it's like the hardest thing about Tekken is defending.
Yeah.
That's the hard part. Attacking, anyone can do it, and that's been true for all Tekkens. Anyone can fucking mash. But defending is difficult, and Tekken 8 has made it very difficult to defend. And that's the problem, and that's where maybe we should spend a second or two thinking about, like, what does it feel like being on the receiving end of all of this? Like, June's heat, Law's heat, or again Lydia, which in my opinion is the most cancerous thing they've ever come up with. So that it's clear to me that they're not thinking about that, and as they even say in their text they give us, like, we're not diverting from the core philosophy of this game, which is aggression. And I think it's a shame. And I'm even a shill to the point where I'm like, I like heat. I like heat. I don't mind saying that. Reminds me of Bloody Roar. I can take heat. It's just that maybe characters should be more in line with what Lee did with heat in Season 1. Or some other characters we could mention here. It's just that characters shouldn't pop heat and make it so that all the core mechanics and everything to do with defense goes out the door. Why does King pop heat and suddenly the best throw in the game, Giant Swing, is homing? There was a reason in every other game you were allowed to not only break it, but you were allowed to duck it. Even better, you were allowed to step it. Because you don't want to duck King with hop kick, forward four, etc. So why do you put in that the strongest throw in the game, but now it's a counter property? He just pops heat and it's homing. You want me to duck if I don't want to take the throw makes? Like, it's just stuff like this where I just go like, you clearly didn't think about this. All you thought about was like, King players should feel strong. They should have to guess on my throw makes. And to me, it's like you have to think more about what it feels like dealing with this. And what it says about you as a developer that you're willing to shit on your own core mechanics. So, yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with most of what you said as well. Like, I think I really like heat, but again, the way it's implemented is not good at all. You know, I think heat should be, of course, earned, like we spoke about before we started talking about the tier list. It should be earned, and there should be so many changes to like heat burst and whatnot. You know.
Yeah, but again, it's like we said, like you said, oh, this can't be fixed. Nia said this can't be fixed. You could fix it in a fucking second. It's just that you need the right people. It's not hard reverting a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
It's just changing a few lines of code. Like, it's not difficult. It's just, are they willing to do it? That's the question, in my opinion.
Yeah, that is the question. So if I was to ask you, what are the three main changes that you would like from Tekken 8? Like, immediate, prioritize these changes. What would they be? For me, it would probably be heat bursts, not bounding.
Yes.
Maybe delete some moves, especially some of the new moves in Season 2 are ridiculous, you know? And then third would probably be like heat smashes not triggering stage gimmicks, and now completely not wall splatting even if the first hit whiffs, you know?
Okay. Well, I mean, you know, on the character roster side of things, there's a million things that need to be done. So I'm not gonna get into, you know, Law, Steve, Lee, etc. But in terms of system mechanics, it's like I told you before. Like, combo length has to go down. That's priority number one. That's my biggest gripe with the game right now, outside of the characters themselves. It's you spend an eternity in the air as soon as you get launched. So heat burst, as you said, should not bound, and one tailspin can stay, not two. So that I would do. And then earning heat would be a great idea. I also think that heat recovery should be flushed down the toilet. Should not be a thing. How many characters... It's like now in Season 3 where we're like, Law, we nerfed his nunchuck heat regen with to half of what it used to be. And I'm like, it should just be removed. And maybe chip damage should also be removed. So, and I would also rework rage arts to bring them back to what they were in Tekken 7, where you can actually hit people when they are doing their rage art on the startup, and they actually stagger and stutter, and Brian's downward 1-1-1-1-1-2 can completely beat a rage art, to the point where Knee would do that on purpose and low high. If he sniffs, he might do a rage art. Downward 1-1-1-1-1 just completely shatters and interrupts the rage art, because they notice that he has little enough health where downward 1 will finish them off. So I just think rage arts are too stupid. They are too spammable in this game. And because they also last too long. I'm not interested in seeing that cinematic all the goddamn time. It's accessible every round. It has too many things going for it. It does too much damage. It gives too much health back when you have recoverable health. So these, and maybe I would even experiment with buffing the backdash on every character. Just slightly. So this is what I would experiment with on a systematic level to try and improve the game for everyone.
Interesting. I'm very surprised by your takes on rage art. I don't think rage arts are too bad. I think it's fine. Again, I think
Okay.
it comes down to like no offense, of course, but it comes down to like a skill issue. I think
Yeah, I know you're gonna say skill issue, but at the end of the day, I also think about, in my opinion, like I want blue ranks to have a good environment as well to be in. I can't simply think about what is it like for the top 0.1%. And I think rage charts are obnoxious in that they are available every round, and they have way too many properties going their way, and also considering how long the cinematics are. It's a bit like in Street Fighter 6, like the super cinematics are more well done in that game. I'd rather watch those than I'd watch Tekken Rage Arts. But there, they build up that meter, and then they typically do per match one of those. Whereas here, you can stand to see Alice's Rage Art every single round of every match. And you can say skill issue that you mashed into it, and I agree with you. But I think rage arts are not well balanced in this game. I think they should go back to Tekken 7, where you can stun lock them out of them, and they do not give you health back. But that's my point of view.
what do you think about heat going away after you land a successful rage art?
Oh, you mean your heat bar just goes away?
Yeah, just depleting.
I mean, absolutely wouldn't be against it.
Yeah, I think something like that needs to happen as well. Of course, we don't even need to start talking about installs because that's a whole nother discussion. Like, I think installs are really, really, and are still strong, you know. I think they need to be reworked completely.
Yeah,
But yeah.
I do think the nerf they made there was pretty good.
Yeah.
Like how Brian does a heat smash on you, and he's not threatening you on the ground in that Oki situation, you know, with tick, 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 or you're not waking up to another incinerator or fucking reversal or anything. So that's good. But yes, there's a huge problem with installs because so many of the characters who have installs, even without the powered up state active, they're very good. Like June, for example, is very good. She's very good. Does she need that once she reaches 100? She's like a boss character for the rest of the match with a full screen Kamehameha, like improved damage, her wall combo deletes you. I'm not sure she needs that.
He doesn't, yeah.
Yeah, so it's a huge problem of where like so many of the installs characters, even in their neutral states, are like really strong. And then for some reason, what should we give Kazuya an install? Every time he lands a flash bomb, she goes Ixe, and now the next hell sweep he does, it launches. Like, I don't want to see that. Like, so, but that feels how they've balanced a lot of characters in this game. Oh, he got install, so now he's OP. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely agree with what you're saying. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if they gave Kazuya an install. And like one thing, this might be a hot take as well. I feel like Warrior Instinct very, very strong. And of course, it's only one round, right? But I feel like there's some characters, right, when they pop heat, for instance, Nina, she's probably in Warrior Instinct when she activates heat. Like, her punishment is insane, her damage is insane, she has crazy moves in general. Like, some characters in heat are just like insane, and they can just access that anytime, you know? Whereas Heihachi needs to get 3 stacks. And I'm not saying that Heihachi needs to get less stacks to activate Warrior's Instinct. I'm not saying Warrior's Instinct should last the whole match. Maybe it should. But I'm just saying, like, you know, people need to understand, like, risk reward and the different ways to, like, activate certain things. I like what they did with Lydia's change in Season 3, where when she uses some of these moves, it takes away, like, a stack. I think that's good. But again, I think installs need to be reworked more. And how come you're smiling? It seems like you want to say something.
No, we need to all, as a community, have an intervention on your Heihachi downplay. No, I'm just playing with you. Like, I also laugh a little bit. Like, Warrior Instinct is super broken, but I just love it. You know, when you're streaming, you're playing Heihachi, you pop Warrior Instinct, and when you lose that round, oh my god, lost the free round, fucking loser. And I'm just like, well, it is true, like you said. Like, certain characters, like, every round you feel they have access to Warrior Instinct. Again, it's like Lydia popping heat. What are you doing? Or like fucking, yeah, like Season 1, Season 2. Now, mostly Season 1 Yoshi, when he popped heat, also to me it was like, I have no clue what to do. Yeah. Like, I just get bum rushed to death. Or low in heat. Or king in heat. I mean, well, what are you doing? But you know, so Warrior Instinct is stupid as fuck. But it's in this environment is not a free round. Like you still have access to your heat, so you know you have a good chance of winning the round. But there's so like this is such a momentum-driven game. But there's so many characters in this game, like what or Lars, like what they start wailing on you, like we can so easily clear the round with their heat.
Yeah.
Like Heihachi might just be holding his guard the entire round until he dies. Obviously not an excuse for Warrior Instinct, but absolutely, there are so many characters in this game. Like every round, they're just a massive threat.
Yeah, it's so crazy, man. I really hope they do listen to like what the community's saying. I mean, there were some decent changes in season 3, but I really hope, like, I'm sure we're getting a patch this month. Hopefully that changes things as well for the better. I mean, we can just hope and be optimistic at this point. I mean,
supposedly we are getting a patch mid-April, right? So in a few days.
Yeah, but they haven't said anything, which is interesting.
yeah, but but I guess that's how they play these things now. They don't say anything, so I guess there's gonna be a patch in a few days, like 20th the latest, I assume. But yeah, I'm not expecting anything. The way I look at it right now, I'm just like, don't mess with my characters, like in a very selfish way. Like don't mess with like Kazuya or any of those. So yeah, I just have no expectations. Of course, as an optimist, you know, I hope they do the right thing. But if they didn't listen with the giant backlash of season 2 and double down on it with season 3 a year later, I just don't see why they would come around now, personally.
Yeah, and this was something I was saying on stream as well. I feel like season 3 is arguably worse than season 2 because they had all that time and feedback from the community and they didn't do much with it. I feel like now they're afraid of making like big changes, but now is the time for big changes, you know. But
yeah,
I guess the future of Tekken, I guess we'll have to see.
Yeah, it's just so weird waiting 9 months for this, and it's so underwhelming. And again, did you really have to call it back to basics? Like, as soon as you do that, you know how heavy those words weigh on gamers, and it's like, people have expectations, and then we've waited 9 months, and it's like, how could you not see this was going to be super underwhelming? So I think they're super tone deaf. So they're going to keep doing what they're doing, and we just have to accept that, like, this is the game we're playing now. So either play it or leave it. It's going to be up to you.
Yeah, definitely. I do think Kazuya's new move is broken, though, the new heat move.
What heat move?
1-1-2 down.
That's a real game changer. Yeah. Yeah.